Hi everyone, gather around. Everybody please gather around. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. My name is Rafiat and in today's video I am going to be showing you how to make Zobo that tastes like pure red non-alcoholic wine. The taste is amazing. And let me tell you, if you start making your Zobo this way, there is no going back because of how good it tastes. It tastes rich. So it's a very simple recipe and I want you to watch till the end because you're going to learn a thing or two. These are the ingredients I'm going to be using. They are basic ingredients that you can find anywhere and I'm going to be telling you more about these ingredients shortly. But the first thing to know is that I am not going to be using sugar in this recipe. I'm going to be using natural dates, and it's important to soak the dates for some hours. You can soak a night before making the zobo or a few hours before making the zobo, that's fine. And you can use any kind of zobo leaves that you have. All I'm doing is to rinse my zobo leaves thoroughly. Do this repeatedly to get rid of all the sand, the dirt and anything like that, okay? I think at the end of the day, I rinsed mine about 4 times. So just rinse in a bowl, transfer to another bowl, add some water, rinse again. Do this repeatedly and you're going to be sure that your zobo leaves have been thoroughly washed. This is very important. Now, one thing I want you to know about this recipe is that there is no single sugar, yet the Zobo drink came out really sweet and the taste was so rich. So please note that when you're making drinks like this, a lot of us are trying to cut down on refined sugar. So when you're making drinks like this, do replace your regular sugar with dates and the taste is even richer because dates on their own, they have really good taste and flavor. So please use dates in your natural drinks and allow sugar to rest, okay? So the next thing I'm doing is to cut some fruits that I'm going to be using for this zobo drink. Like I said, this zobo drink is very rich, so I used a lot of fruits to enhance the flavor, nutrients, taste and everything. So make sure you've washed your oranges thoroughly and cut them into slices like that, and please make sure to remove the seeds from the oranges. You don't want seeds in your drink. And the next fruit I have here is pineapple. Make sure you've washed your pineapple very well because you're going to be using both the peel of the pineapple and the fruit, the flesh of the pineapple. So once I was done peeling the pineapple, I set it aside. Now I'm cutting some beetroot. You can actually skip the beetroot, but it enhances the flavor and taste of your zobo drink. So now I'm going to add the zobo into my pot and I'm going to add the pineapple peel, the orange slices, and I'm also going to add the beetroot, and I'm going to be flavoring my zobo drink with some spices. I have star anise here, cloves and cinnamon stick. These are simple spices that you can easily find, but trust me, they're going to enhance the flavor of your zobo drink. You don't need any artificial flavorings to do this. Now I'm going to be adding generous amounts of water to my zobo to cook this zobo very well. So I'm going to put the details of the measurements and everything I used in the description box, so please make sure to check that out. And if at this point you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post a new video. And please go through my channel because my channel is loaded. There are lots of amazing videos for you here. So please do that. Thank you. So now I'm going to cover my zobo and I'm going to allow this to boil for some minutes. Say about 20 to 30 minutes is fine for your zobo to boil thoroughly. And I am going to be adding fresh juice to this zobo drink. Like I told you, this zobo is loaded. So I'm going to add fresh juice and I'm using some cucumbers for this. I cut the cucumbers so that my juicer can do the juicing easily. And the pineapple, I'm going to also cut in smaller pieces. Please, if you don't have a juicer to juice your fruits, you can use a blender to just blend, then pass through a sieve. You're going to get good results as well. So I'm using pineapple, cucumber and ginger. Those are the 3 things I used to add to the zobo drink. I'm using a simple juicer to do this. Just put your fruits in there and the juicing will be done. The advantage of adding fresh juice to your zobo drink is that it's going to enhance the flavor and nutrients. The nutrients you're going to be getting from your zobo drink. Oh, you really need to try this recipe because you're going to love it. Use this exact measurements and the exact ingredients that I used, and you're not going to make your zobo any other way. It was really good. And I think I'm permitted to say this is like the best zobo I've had. So I'm really glad I got to share this recipe here for you to try out. So after juicing the fruits, I'm going to set the juice aside. Then I'm going to continue with the zobo drink that we were making earlier. But before that, let's go ahead and remove the seeds from the dates. Remember I told you that you need to soak your dates for some time. That's if you're using dry dates. If you're using the fresh dates, you don't have to soak them for some time, but I'm using the dry ones, and what I did was to add water a night before. So now I'm just going to remove the seeds from the dates. You must do this, okay? Anytime you're using dates, please make sure you remove the seeds. You don't want date seed in your drink or anything you're making. So just use a knife to cut. At this point it's very soft, so you can just use a knife to cut open, then take out the seeds, and in no time you're going to be done with that. One thing you need to know is that since I'm going to be using only dates to sweeten the zobo, please, you need to add enough dates, a lot of dates, because that's the only sweetener we are using, and you want your zobo drink to be really sweet. So the more dates you use, the better, the sweeter your zobo drink is going to come out. And like I said, I'll put all the measurements in the video and in the box below, so do check that out. Now I'm going to blend the dates with some water and set aside. And now that the zobo has been thoroughly cooked, I'm going to pass the zobo through a sieve and allow the liquid to drain. It's liquid you're interested in, so you're just going to allow this to drain. But one important thing that I want you to know here is that you can always reboil this and make fresh zobo, okay? So don't discard your zobo the first time of cooking. You can always reboil this. That's totally fine, and you're going to get good results as well. So I'm just going to pour everything through my sieve and allow the liquid to drain out. So making zobo is very, very easy, very easy. So remember the dates that we blended earlier. So this is the point where I get to add the dates that we blended earlier, and I'm going to allow the liquid pass through. One good thing about using these dates as a sweetener is that you won't even have a lot of chaff in this. So it's literally almost all the dates at the end of the day that you're going to get in your zobo drink. So just allow the liquid to pass through the sieve, and you can use a cheesecloth to do this. That's also fine. You know, different kinds of cheesecloths, sieve cloths, chiffon fabric, you can actually use those to allow this passage to happen. So this is what I was trying to say. You can see that the chaff is nearly insignificant. So this is a very good option for sweetening your zobo. And now I'm adding the fresh juice from earlier, the pineapple, cucumber, and ginger. I'm going to add this now, and I'm going to mix everything together. Now look at how rich this looks. From the look alone, you can tell that this was really, really nice. It was so rich, and like I said, it tastes like pure red wine. So one thing I like to do, again, this is not a must, it's optional, is to pass this through a cheesecloth one more time. This is in order to make sure that everything is smooth in there. You know, we're trying to make a drink, and a drink should be a drink. So I like to do this, and usually the chaff from this is insignificant, but I just like doing it to satisfy the urge and just to do it. So you can skip this part, it's not a must at all. You can totally skip this part. And this is what we have. You can see how rich this looks. You can see the deep color. The taste was something else. The taste was amazing. Once you start making your zobo like this with the measurements and everything I've given, you're going to love it, and there is no going back. So for zobo, when you want to store your zobo, you can easily transfer into containers, store in the freezer. Funny enough, at this point I still had the zobo in my freezer because I made a lot of this zobo, so I had quite a lot. So when you want to store your zobo, simply store in the refrigerator or freezer, but it lasts way longer in the freezer. So I usually store in the freezer to make it last really long. So anytime you want to drink, you can just bring out one bottle a few minutes before you drink. So you just allow it to thaw on the countertop, or you can easily serve your zobo with ice cubes. And that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for coming this far, and I cannot wait for you to try out this zobo drink. I am waiting for your feedbacks. So when you try out this zobo drink, feel free to send me a DM. Feel free to drop a comment here on what you think about this recipe. Bye, and thank you for watching.